Hello, my name is Doug Bishop. I am a Liberty University senior and my major is in history. I am coming to you today from Central Illinois, and I wanted to follow up on the resume I had sent out last week. The position I was applying for is your research position. You're researching of topics, and I would like to explain to you why I would be beneficial for that position. Being a history student here at Liberty University would let you have certain amount of skills that would best be suited for a researching type position like this. And just to give you an example, my previous employer, I was a computer programmer. And my formal education with programming would not lend me, or my set of skills, that is, to be beneficial in the position I'm applying for, because I was pretty pigeonholed in just kind of working with code and the syntax of everything I was trying to put together. However, being a historian, I am better suited for the position of researcher as a storyteller, and most importantly, probably attention to detail. For all the research papers I've done in the past, having attention to detail would be quite beneficial to all the projects in your department. So, Congressman LaHood, I'm not going to throw the family friend card out there, or we went to the same high school. I wouldn't do anything like that. I'd rather just rely on the skills I have learned over my several years here at Liberty University and my wonderful experience with the history department. And not only the attention to detail, which would be number one or a huge asset to have, it would be the storytelling. Storytelling, after getting all the information down and presenting it in a type of format or document that would be beneficial to your team, would come across as amazing, opposed to just writing something down. The historian's point of view and how they articulate everything they need to with all the facts is pretty amazing. And I know your team and your family, we've talked about historical research and historical commerce, and I know that's one of the issues, and it's trending now pretty favorably in the cities throughout the United States. And we spoke about whiskey, and where we're at was the whiskey capital of the world in the 1850s and 60s and right around the Civil War time. And it would be amazing to capitalize on some of the old distilleries and buildings we have around town and promote that, and having like a museum, so to speak, to kind of go over a lot of that stuff would attract a lot of visitors, I believe. But in closing, and I know I was kind of all over the place here, a historian brings to table attention to detail, the ability to kind of lay out that story or the facts that are quite beneficial, and writing. I mean, throughout my couple years here as a history student at Liberty, researching and writing, the ability to write as well as I have over the last few years would be a pretty major part as well for the researching. Because it's one thing to research and then not have a way to convey what you're speaking of or what you were finding, but once that you get everything where you need to have the ability to kind of lay that out so it's easy to read. So you definitely need the storytelling skills, attention to detail, the well-written facts after you get everything kind of laid out, and that's why a historian would be an amazing part and an amazing fit to your team. Thank you, Mr. LaHood, and I hope to speak to you soon.